The history of Dumbarton in early times is the history of the Castle Rock, which as a result of its steep rocky sides was near impregnable, and the rock has a longer record of continuous occupation than any other fortress in Britain. The rock sits at the point where the River Leven joins the Clyde and dominates many of the scenes of Dumbarton, but it is perhaps most clearly visible from the other side of the Clyde at Lang Bank. Dumbarton sits on the banks of the River Leven, which flows from Loch Lomond at Balloch, and Ben Lomond, Scotland's most southerly Munro, is clearly visible from many parts of the town. During the 19th century, Dumbarton was a centre for glassmaking, shipbuilding and whisky distilling. This print shows the glassworks which, amongst other things, produced glass bottles for the whisky produced in the town. Perhaps the most famous ship to be built in Dumbarton was the Cutty Sark, which was one of the fastest of the tea clippers of its time. Whisky production in Dumbarton is most closely associated with the Ballantine's brand, which was bought in 1936 by the Canadian firm of Hiram Walker, who built a massive red brick production facility right in the middle of the town, which it then dominated for more than 60 years. The tower is now a derelict reminder of those days, and although whisky bonds and bottling facilities still exist elsewhere in the town, there is no longer any whisky production. Dumbarton High Street hasn't changed much over the years. It runs parallel to the river, and it is only a few steps down any of the side streets to take you onto the banks of the Leven, with views of the castle, underneath which sit the remnants of the shipyards that once operated there. One of the most successful shipyards in Dumbarton was Denny's Shipbuilders, and the statue in front of the municipal buildings is of Peter Denny. Denny's created the world's first ship test tank in the late 1800s, and that forms the centrepiece of the Scottish Maritime Museum in Dumbarton, where the history of shipbuilding in the town is documented. Grove Park was donated to the town by Peter Denny, whose statue stands in front of the municipal buildings. And the park still provides a place of relaxation and recreation for the people of Dumbarton today. Overton House, which can be seen in the foreground of this clip, was built in 1863 and is an example of Scottish baronial architecture. It has some interesting walking trails through its extensive grounds.